The number one reason that sellers get sued is failure to disclose. And I don't want you to be a victim of that. So when you sell a home, it is a highly regulated transaction. There's federal government requirements and there's state requirements. And all of these relate to disclosures. You have to disclose certain things about your home. Now, what HomeCopilot does is that it has you disclose these items before the buyer sees your home. And this is one of the things I don't like about real estate agents is what they do is they have you give the disclosures to the buyer after the home is already in escrow. So what buyers will do, they'll play games with you. They'll use that as a way to renegotiate the price or say, well, if I had known that, now I want to pay you lower. Well, they don't get away with that with HomeCopilot because they see those disclosures before they make an offer on your home. So the main idea behind disclosures is that you're supposed to tell the buyer anything material about your property. And what material means, it means big items, things, not little trivial things, but items that are large. Items that if the buyer had known that information, that they might have not wanted to buy your home. Or they might have said, I can't pay as much because of this information. So that's what you're supposed to disclose. And the reality is if you were buying a home, wouldn't you want to know important information about that home that would matter to your decision? Of course you would. Most of the time where sellers get into trouble is they know something material or major is wrong with their home and they don't disclose it. Even if the buyer's home inspector fails to find it, when it turns up later, you're going to be liable for that problem. So not only does the law require material things be disclosed to your buyer, but for example, in California, if someone passed away in your home within the last 3 years, you have to tell that buyer that. If you don't tell them and they find out later, they could come after you for damages. The federal government requires that you make certain statements about lead in your home if the home was built before 1978. But the bottom line is HomeCopilot helps you keep track of all this stuff. HomeCopilot walks you through everything you need to do to disclose properly, and you do all this online with our online disclosure forms. So just to give you a quick idea, I want to give you the list of the disclosures that HomeCopilot has you do. So there's the natural hazard report, there's the real estate transfer disclosure statement. If you're in an HOA, you have to provide HOA documents. There's a lead-based paint if your home was built before 1978. And there is homeowner's guide to earthquake safety. And there might be even some county or city disclosures that we ask you to investigate, and then you're going to upload them if they apply. So disclosures really aren't a burden. And they're pretty easy to do. All you got to do is follow the rules, and then you won't get in trouble. Because again, we don't want you to be a victim of failure to disclose. So that's it for disclosures, and happy home selling.